where I live is like really red. People don't think of New Jersey as having a lot of red parts to it, but it's like very, very red here. And there's a house that has always had some kind of crazy propaganda on its front fence. And the other day I drove by, it's by the Walmart. The other day I drove by and they have a huge, huge sign, and it's Trump's mugshot, and it says Trump's guilty of winning the 2020 election.
Yeah.
And it's massive.
Yeah. Yeah. They were, you knew as soon as the mugshot happened, they were going to co-opt that any way they could. I mean, that's why Trump himself put it on a t-shirt. Very funny, that's what Trump said, never surrender. And it's a picture of him after he had surrendered. It's classic Trump. Very funny. But, yeah, you knew they were going to take that ball and run with it, treat it like people do rappers and stuff, with mugshots. They love they act like he's like Gangster and stuff like that all the time too. It's like nothing about the whole Trump thing makes any sense, really. From the very beginning, I was like, I don't understand why this guy is the guy that has become the champion of like working class America or whatever, when he's the most like, elitist, snooty, blue blood, big city bastard on earth.
Right.
But I don't know. He tapped into their whole, the rage they had, ignorance and rage, like, and bold ignorance, and all that stuff. He put all that on the table and made it all okay. And they loved him for it, I guess.
Yeah. And there's the huge racism piece to that. Yeah. That's part of the rage. Yeah. Hating, being able to openly hate, whoever they want to hate, that they want to blame for whatever's wrong with their lives or anything. He was very good. He is very good at that. And it's crazy to me because they always vote against their own best interests with him, like with the entire Republican Party. I mean, the Republican Party is running on, we want to take away your Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security and lower taxes for rich people, but we hate who you hate. So can you vote for us? Like, I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. That's definitely true. I mean, at this point, for a while in 2016 and then in 2017, I was kind of defending that point a little bit just with Trump, because I was like, well, I mean, Trump was the only one. Trump, like, totally, he lied. He made it all up, but he told all these people, like, I'm going to like go to Mexico and get your jobs back and make them pay for it and all this type of stuff. And it's like, that kind of thing was speaking to their economic self-interest, but they just never should have bought it in the first place. But we're way, way, way past all that now. And, yeah, everybody's a temporarily inconvenienced millionaire or whatever they think. That's what everybody says. That's just so hard for me to believe. I mean, maybe that's the case, but it's just so hard for me to believe that these people actually think that they're like gonna be rich enough to get those tax breaks someday. It's like, you're a welder. Nothing wrong with welding, but like, how's that ever gonna happen? But I don't know. Maybe they do. Because I mean, I'm confounded by it too. I don't know why they, like you said, it's because they hate all the same people, I guess, and that's more important than being able for their grandma being able to afford her medicine or something. Right. I don't know.
And now they're rewriting all of the history anyway. I mean, like, I'm from New Jersey. I grew up here. I lived in New York for a long time. And I get very, very triggered when 9/11 comes along and Trump tweets or shares or whatever, says anything about 9/11, because I always remember that he said all those fucking lies. But the one about being there and helping remove the rubble is one that really gets me, like makes my blood boil. And they believe the shit, these lies that he tells. And it's gotten to the point now where his whole entire 4 years was the best we've ever had it in this country. That's like Marge Green's out there talking about how it was $1.57 gas. And it's like last time it was $1.57 gas, there were, trucks in New York City with body bags in them because nobody was going anywhere because there wasn't any demand for gas. But they've created this whole fiction. It's like not even remotely true.
Yeah. I mean, ever since, early on in his rise, he, sort of propagated the whole fake news thing. And that was, it was off to the races after that. I mean, that was like a brilliant stroke, because ever since then, it's like the truth just doesn't matter. And they just lean into that all the time. They just say all these things and get everybody riled up, and it's also effective. And the fact that none of it is factual or accurate or true is completely immaterial to them, which is maddening if you're on the other side, but also like, I mean, I don't know what you do about that. Because like there's a saying, it's like, you can't use, I don't know. You can't use reason to get somebody out of an unreasonable position, or you can't, like, rationalize somebody out of believing something that they believe irrationally or something like that. Like, you can't, there's nothing really you can do, in my opinion, when these people get down that particular rabbit hole and just believe what they want to believe. And,
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah, because I mean, what are you going to do? You can't present them with any facts. I mean, it doesn't matter because it's like stapling Jello. I mean, they don't care what you have to present to them. Look, I think we can all agree, if we can't agree on much else, that these are pretty crazy times, and navigating all of that every day can be pretty stressful. In my case, add 2 middle schoolers, and there are just some days where I'm dragging myself across the finish line. And then there are the nights when a glass of wine or 2 fits the de-stress bill. But let's be honest, I'm a busy mom. I can't be waking up feeling like crap, whether that's that second glass of wine I had or eating my daughter's leftover chicken fingers because I didn't want them to go to waste. Either way, enter Z-Biotics. Here's how you use it. Step 1, have a Z-Biotics. For best results, make Z-Biotics your first drink of the night. Step 2, drink responsibly. Pace yourself, hydrate, and get a good night's sleep. Step 3, enjoy tomorrow, wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day. Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. Your first drink of the night for a better tomorrow. Engineered by a team of PhD microbiologists, Z-Biotics is a probiotic drink that breaks down the byproduct of alcohol, which is what's responsible for those rough mornings after drinking. So go to zbiotics.com/politicalvoices or scan the QR code on the screen right now to get 15% off your first order when you use Political Voices at checkout. Again, go to zbiotics.com/politicalvoices or scan the QR code on the screen right now.